All right, good evening and welcome. We are live and welcome to What's Up with Your Universe with Laura B. And we are grateful if these Tuesday, you know what? Using Tuesdays as a marker for the week is like these week, it's just flying. I mean, it was it last Tuesday. I was like, I can't channel. I'm just barely feeling, and now it's like I'm already on the back end of, yeah, it's crazy how does time slow down or are we just like running a marathon here? It's crazy.
Yeah. Time is definitely feels like it is speeding up. I have been doing these readings consistently on your channel since last September.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So, and it feels like, I would guess 12 weeks and
Right?
I've been on your channel 20, 25 weeks, I believe it's been. So
That's
somewhere in
insane.
there, 25, 26.
All right. Wow. You're just gonna like blow past. That's insane. Yeah. I mean, Good Dawning itself is going on a year. June 3rd will be a year. So that just blows my mind. And yeah, I mean, headed towards my second year of channeling. Uh, Crazy thing is, if we know channelers, Paul Selig. You know who Paul Selig is?
No,
Paul
I've heard
Selig
the name, but
is like the channeler's channel. If you know Paul Selig, he channels and then he channels. So he'll be like, but my guides tell me to go to the show. My guides tell me to go to the show. They told me to get a Ferrari. So they're telling me to get a Ferrari. And so he does this, he channels against himself. It's really kind of different. But yeah, he's
oh,
coming to he'll actually be in Boulder this weekend. So if anybody wants to drop $295 on, we could go meet Paul Selig for but he'll be in Boulder this weekend. So big favor there if you guys know who he is. But Laura, how's your universe? If you guys don't know Laura, first off, I'm going to put up her information. It's actually should be right here. There we go. So it is pinned to the comments there. So please do check out Laura's website. Laura is an amazing tarot reader, oracle reader, and she does Reiki as well. Reiki does not have to be done directly in front of the person. Energetics works through the internet just as well, and in some cases better because there's no buffer between the two of you. It's just pure energetics. And so if you are needing something tonight, obviously, if you have a question, put it in the chat. Please put it in all caps. If you want something that's a little more private or you have a question that you don't want answered on YouTube, for sure, or if there's something that's been circling in your universe, today we talked about patterns and seeing the patterns in Good Dawning. So if you are having a pattern that you need to change, you can always check Laura out at the letspiritguide.com. And of course, you can also send her an email directly if you have a question on your reading tonight or want more additional reading or want to schedule something at Laura at letspiritguide.com as well. Laura is eminently talented, and we are grateful to have her here. And we are grateful to have everybody in the chat. I'm going to pass it off to Laura. She's going to get things started here with our invocation, our group reading. And then from there, while Laura is going on, please put your information or your questions, I should say, in the chat. Just put at least a couple all caps in there and I will grab it. We're going to take 6 like we usually do, which takes us about an hour and a half. And if you've not been here before, otherwise, this is a bit different. What I do is channel on the back end from Laura. So Laura will give the reading and then you'll see me channel Saint Germain, Isis, Kuan Yin, whomever decides to come through. But we will never supersede what Laura is stating, and none of my channeling is ever here to tell you your future. But they're here to help Laura, to back up Laura here with the energetics of whatever's being read through the cards so we can help you to create that living universe for you. I'm going to pass it off to Laura here. You'll see me duck behind. You might hear me here and there or pop in between readings as well. But please put your questions into the chat there. We're grateful to see you all. And I'm going to pass it off to Laura, who's going to take the helm from here. And we are grateful. Laura, it's all yours.
All right. Well, good evening, everyone. And once again, thank you for being here. It's always a pleasure to connect with this group. You all bring such wonderful energy, and we're all here to support each other. For those of you who don't know me, but as I look through the chat and see who's popping in, I believe you all have seen me before. But I am Laura. I read tarot and oracle. I'm also a Reiki master. And I offer my services here on this platform free of charge. So if you have a question that you would like to ask tonight, as Josh said, please post it in all capital letters. If you would like a private one-on-one session, you can reach me on my website, which is letspiritguide.com. And as Josh said, you can also feel free to email me, Laura at Let's Spirit Guide, or you can find me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is at Let's Spirit Guide _. I offer a 3-card tarot spread, which you can ask one question and then I email the response to you. I also offer 30 and 60-minute tarot sessions where you can ask multiple questions. Those are usually live and interactive over Zoom, or if you prefer, I could create a video for you and send it to you. My Reiki sessions are 30 minutes, and those are live and interactive over Zoom. All of those services can be booked right on my website. And if you have any questions before booking, please feel free to email me. And I see Teresa Wounds to Wisdom. Just want to give Laura B a shout out. Had a great Reiki session with her. If you are considering a session, go to her website. I'm feeling so open and centered. Love. Thank you so much, Teresa. And it was a pleasure to connect with you in that way. I really enjoyed our session. So thank you for your kind words. So I'd just like to say hello to people who are here tonight. I see that Chloe and Millie are here. Hello. We have Jolie James, Suzette of Suzette Sunnyverse. Thank you for joining us. Nathan is here. I believe I did say Chloe. Teresa of Wounds to Wisdom. I saw that Chris the volunteer is here. Hello, thank you for joining. And I thought there was, Karen Suki, thank you. I appreciate your presence. And as Josh said, if anyone has a personal question they would like answered tonight, just type your question in all capital letters and Josh will star it. And I will answer that in the order that it came in. So what I do is I start us off with a group message. Then I answer your individual questions. And at the end, I do close us out with a quick pick a card. So that way everyone gets a personal message for tonight. So I would like to just connect in with the energy of this group. And let me see, we've had a new moon, I believe it was a week ago. We have eclipse. The eclipse is coming up. We have just a lot going on in our energy around us. So I would like to get a theme for this week for this group. What will the theme be for this group? And I'm going to use the tea leaf fortune cards to get the theme for this group for the week. And I'm seeing this card here, so we're going to take that one. Okay, and the card that I drew is carriage, a journey, either physical or mental. And this is what this card looks like. So it appears that this week we will be taking a journey as a group. And what I see here is that, whether this is physical or this is an internal journey that we're taking, I do see a little bit of a windy road here. So things may start out in one direction. However, I see that where you end up or what happens along the way may not be exactly as you expect it to be. So to remain open to a journey. And the other message that I'm getting here is just to continue moving. Just continue moving along your path, whether it is a physical journey or if it's a journey inward. If you're doing some sort of healing on yourself, just stay open to moving the energy and working through So that's what I have for the theme for this week is carriage. And let's get a message from our soul. And I'm going to use Rebecca Campbell's Rose Oracle. And let's see what our soul would like us to know at this time. Okay. Let's get one card for the group. We have one popping out. Oh, I have two here, so we're going to go with them. Okay. And they are the reunion and trust the seasons. And this is what these cards look like. So we got two of them. And what I see here for this group is that some of us have been on a journey. Some of us are going inward at this time. And some of us are right on the precipice of a breakthrough in seeing things in our material world change, or seeing the fruits of our labor start to come in. And there's growth here. And what I see that spirit in our soul is telling us is that trust that you know when to go in and focus on that inner journey, and trust that you will know when to take action and when things are ready to be planted and when things are ready to bloom. Just trust that there is a process, that we don't have to be on all the time. What I see is that some of us are worrying because we're not taking big steps or consistent action, or we're not seeing change in our outer world. And what our soul is telling us is that in order for things to change on the outside, we need to change internally. And just because you cannot see the energy shifting doesn't mean that there's not change and growth on the inside. So just know that you are changing and growing and evolving on the inside. And with this reunion card, I see that as a group, we are really finding our soul tribe. There are groups of souls who choose to incarnate at the same time. And a lot of them have a similar or the same mission or purpose on this earth. And we're starting to attract those people into our life. And some of those people may come in the form of friendship, some type of business partnership, or passion project that you're working on. But I see this coming together and collaborating. And that way you're able to build something even larger than you could build on your own. So trust that seasons is about trusting the timing, and trust that this reunion will take place. Hello, Angela. And hello, Scotty Boy. Thank you both for joining us. It's always so nice to see all the familiar names pop up in the chat. So thank you. And now I would like to pull a card for us on what we are manifesting this week. So let's get one card for the group here. What are we manifesting? Oops, and I see this card right away. Okay, truth is the card that I drew for us. And this is what this card looks like. Truth. And what I see here is awakening. This awakening to our next level. And I see this understanding coming in. An understanding of how every action, every emotion, every event that we have moved through has led us exactly where we are at this point in time and space. It's led us right here, and it has prepared you for the shift, for another level of awakening. And that perhaps what I see is like this moving up to the next level. Perhaps we need to let some things go as well. That I'm seeing this shift in energy, and I'm seeing like things that we hang on to. And I feel like this has a lot to do with self-talk for this group. Being hard on ourselves, judging ourselves. I see us releasing that. And I see us coming to an understanding of why certain things happen the way they are. And I see us giving ourselves credit for the wisdom that we have gained, because without that wisdom, we wouldn't be able to awaken to this next phase. So I do see newness and awakening for this group. And I'm going to use the Rider-Waite Tarot to see what will assist us in working with this energy. So I was just reading the comments in the chat, and yes, I see Suzette's talking about the self-talk. She is acknowledging that, yes. And Karen Suki was referencing the kinship and feeling connected to us all. And yes, we are all part of a soul group. Yeah. Got to release the baggage that weighs you down. Absolutely. Absolutely. Letting go makes the climb a lot easier. It's so true. So thank you. Thank you all for your comments. And let's see what will assist us this week with this energy. So let's get one card for the group. What will assist us? Whoops. And I see this one here. Okay. And you can't make this up. The card that I drew is Judgment. And what I said we were manifesting is truth. And in the traditional tarot, in the Rider-Waite tarot or any other traditional tarot, truth is judgment. And you see number 20, and on here, 20. Whoops. There we go. 20. Same card. So what's going to assist us with this energy? Allowing yourself to awaken. Allowing yourself the space to take stock of your life and be honest and say, this is what's working. This is not working. Here's what I want to take along with me on this journey, this carriage ride. Here's what I want to take with me, and here's what I want to let go, and then work through releasing it. And yeah, so I love the synchronicity here. This judgment, listen to your guides, listen to your angels, listen to the call, and trust your intuition. And I see for some of us that it may not be smooth. And I don't like to say that because I don't want to scare anyone. The journey may not be smooth and simple, but understand that is what you signed up for. It is part of your soul's path. It's part of your soul's purpose to awaken and to overcome obstacles. So if you see any bumps or obstacles or mountains to climb, just know that it is for your soul's highest good and that you're not alone, that you can call on anyone in this group and say, here's what I'm experiencing. Help me move through it. And anyone here, even just holding space for you, even just saying, I don't have the answers, but I'm here standing with you. Okay, and let's get one last card. Let's see what angel would like to work with us this week. Let's get, oh, and this one's popping out right away. So we're going to go with it. This message comes from your guardian angels. So this week, call on your guardian angels. They are always there, willing to work with you. And it says, focus on your own dreams, express gratitude. Then you will easily see all the signs we send to let you know we're here helping you. And the signs can be synchronicities. The signs can be a new opportunity. There are so many ways that our guardian angels let us know that when it comes to our dreams, we are on the right track. And the affirmations you can use, I trust that others' journeys are perfect for them as mine is for me. I find happiness on my own path. And those are your affirmations. So that's what I have for the group. I am sending you all so much love and so many blessings. And now if you have a personal question that you would like answered, if you haven't typed it into the chat already, please feel free to do so now, and Josh will let me know who is up next.
All right. Thank you, Laura. That I'll take that in carriage. All right. Where are we going? Right. Exactly. So yeah, whenever I see it's like 7:37 or 7:57 or 7:47, I always ask the universe. I'm just like, all right, where are we going? Because it's like an airplane. But yeah. So. All right, guys. So we have two so far. Please throw your if you want a question answered. We all know how amazing Laura is there. So if you have a question, we've got Nathan and Suzette. Otherwise, we have room for four more. So please, if you've had questions last week or the week before, it doesn't matter. It just don't make it the same question. But yeah, otherwise, please put a question in there, all caps. We're going to start off with Nathan. And again, thank you all for being here. Chloe, thank you. And everybody who's here, fantastic. And everybody who had a birthday this week, too. It's been kind of a crazy birthday week as well. Happy Victor's birthday was yesterday, PG's birthday, or 2 days ago, PG's birthday, Fatima's birthday. So everybody this whole week. So everybody, favor, if you're watching in the rewind or replay, happy birthday again. And all right, so let's get started here. I'm going to pass Nathan. I know you're in the chat there. We've seen you chatting around. Blessed. And hope your universe is doing amazing. We love you, brother. And we're going to get you pulled up here. And let me grab your question. And there we go. All right, Nathan, you are up to bat there. If you want to say hi in the chat, we would appreciate it.
Okay, so Nathan says, may I please get insight from Spirit on my most recent spiritual experiences? Am I truly ready for what's next in life and love? Okay. All right, so Nathan, just going to connect in with your energy for a moment here. Insight on your spiritual experiences. And Nathan, the top of my head, my crown, and my third eye are really tingling a lot as I move into your energy. So your guides are really referencing about how they're all around you, and to just slow down and take notice is what your guides are saying. So let's get a card here for what insight can we give to Nathan? And I'm seeing my third eye again, and I'm seeing pictures in my mind. And, you know, your guides are talking about they communicate with you through pictures and images, and that your upper chakras are really, really active. Okay. What insight do we have for Nathan? Let me see this card here. Okay. Nathan, the card that I drew for you is wisdom. And this is what this card looks like. You know, and I'm picking up two messages are coming to me right away. And what I see here is spirits buzzing in, in my ear, telling me to relay to you that what you are experiencing is so that you ask yourself, what have I learned from this experience? What is the lesson here? That's what your guides and spirit really wants you to focus on, is what is the lesson I am learning. And the other, and Nathan writes, I know my upper chakras are really active, so I'm trying to really ground that in. And I love my guides and I feel them drawing closer. That's wonderful, Nathan. That's perfect. And the other thing that I'm picking up here is spirit is saying, find a mentor or a trusted friend or guide who can help you on your path. That there are spiritual leaders, there are light workers, there are people who have been where you are, who are able to assist you. So part of gaining wisdom isn't just knowing on your own what the lesson is, but gaining wisdom is also gaining wisdom from others. So connect to somebody. Because what I see here is that you want to be the leader. And Spirit saying, we're prepping you for that. Your time will come. And this goes back to that first card that I pulled for the group, where it said, trust the seasons, that you will know when it's time and it won't pass you by. Just take your time. Take your time, gather information, and learn. This is a time for you to learn. So as far as your readiness, what Spirit's talking about is you are ready to dive deeper into learning. And let's see what action you can take to align with this energy. What action can you take? Whoops, and we have this one here. Okay, so the card that I drew for you is Fulfillment of Wishes. And this is like the Nine of Cups in the traditional tarot. And this card has come out a lot in these weekly readings. And what I see here, what Spirit's talking about is, because I see stuff moving aside. To let go of those things that are no longer working for you. Nathan, your guides are talking about some lower vibrational habits that are not serving you. And Spirit saying, let those go. Ask for assistance, I'm also hearing. Ask for assistance from your guides, and they may send you assistance in the form of other people. It may be a message that you see that pops up on your phone. The assistance can come in many ways, but ask for assistance from your guides to overcome. And I think you know what I'm talking about. There's just some lower vibrational that needs to go, that needs to part ways. And then see your dreams and wishes as already fulfilled. Live as if they are already fulfilled. If you had everything that you wanted right now in the physical, how would you feel? What actions would you take? What would you carry with you and what would you leave behind? And do that now. Live as if it's already happened. Align yourself with that life. And let's get one last card. Nathan says, I hear you. I'm asking for assistance from my guides as we speak, Laura, to give up my lower habits finally and be free. Wonderful, Nathan. That is perfect. And you know, it's okay to stumble. It's okay to fall back into old patterns, as long as your next action is trying again. So don't be hard on yourself if you fall. Just get back up and get back on the path. And one last card. Let's see the likely outcome for Nathan here. And I see this one here. Okay. So memories of love. And this is what this card looks like. So Nathan, what I see for you here is a return to a more balanced and fulfilling way of being. And I see healing, and I see light for you. So your guides are saying you are ready for this journey. If you weren't ready, we wouldn't be showing you the way. You wouldn't see the light. You wouldn't be awakening. So you are ready and you are worthy. And I see you holding the light for others as well. So Nathan, that is what I have for you. I am wishing you all the best, and I'm sending you so much love, so much healing, and so many blessings.
All right, Nathan. Thank you, Laura. Saint Germain here for you, Nathan. We are grateful. We have talked with you before. We are grateful. You are looking to worry about yourself now. You are not like worrying about other people, right? You are in your frame taking care of yourself, and we are grateful. Slow down, Lara. It's my favorite word to say, right? Slow down into your universe, right? So, Lara, thank you. You made it easy. Slow down. That's the word. We are done, right? Goodbye. No, but seriously, slow down there, Nathan, and you will see our universe change. You already have slowed down, and you are not running after what is not there. That is a positive as well. You are standing in your frame, not thinking about framing out, right? You are building your universe. So we are grateful. Lara asked you to see what you have learned. We had mentioned this in a good dawning a couple of days ago, right? To take a look back so that you can see where you have been, right? If you, like a business, if you are not taking inventory or looking at your records, see where you have come from. Take a look back from day one, right? When you, the old you versus you now. And you will see, Nathan, you will sit there and already see how much you have changed and how different you are now versus who you are in 2010 or 2015, right? What is the lesson as well? A lot of us cannot see that. We are just looking to swim out of whatever is going on as quickly as possible, right? And get out of the karmic energies and feel better. But if we do not ground into the lesson, guess what? You will spin around, the record will spin around, and you will play this whole song again, right? And you do not want to play Ya Universe over again like a broken record. Slow down, grab that journal and see where you have learned and put it on paper. You will see where you are. Do that to look back, right? Take your head and throw it behind so you can see where you were, so you can see where you are now. We are seeing that your situations, and you are looking to change your situation so that you can help others and whatnot. But remember, the situation you are in is tailored to your vibration, right? It is matching your vibration. So when when the student becomes the teacher, then the universe changes to put you in that space, right? You will have your class in front of you then, and you can be your own Mr. Carter, right? And you can welcome yourself to a whole new universe. But until then, you are where you are at for a reason. So don't try to chase yourself out of your current universe. Going back to the slowing down, right? Remember, you are going to find your balance. And remember this, everything that was in your universe isn't now, and what you have now is not where you're going to be tomorrow. So do that, look back, and you will find where you can slow down. You can see into your universe. You can see the changes that you have already made. And you will see you are doing quite well. Saint Germain loves you. And love yourself. Once you put down your karmic habits to yourself, you will see a whole new universe. But we are grateful. Nathan is talking about yourself. You are grounding into yourself and not chasing on others. So for that, Saint Germain is grateful. All right. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you, Laura. And all right. Thank you. We appreciate you, Nathan. Suzette, you are next. I'm going to unstar Nathan real quick here. You don't pull it back up. There we go. All right. Suzette, you are up. Laura, thank you. And there you go.
Okay. Hello, Suzette, my birthday sister. Suzette and I are both 9/9s. So thank you, Suzette, for joining us. So I do see your question here. Why do I keep blocking myself from moving forward? Okay. Suzette, I'm just going to connect in with your energy for a moment. Okay. Suzette, when I move into your energy, I feel like this loneliness. Like you feel like you're walking alone, and that physically you may be alone a lot. And the word resources popped into my mind. So we'll see what that's all about with your reading about resources. So let's see here, Suzette. Let's gain some insight into these blockages. How is Suzette blocking herself from moving forward? Okay, let's get one card for Suzette. And I'm seeing this one here. Okay. So, Suzette, the card that I drew for you is recognition and reward. And this is what this card looks like. And this is the number 3. And this could be why I felt that energy about being alone. Because 3 is about expansion, collaboration, working with others. And what Spirit's talking about right here is that there are people around you who maybe haven't been exactly where you are, but maybe they have felt the way that you feel. They have felt like, I can't get out of my own way. They have felt emotionally and maybe even physically fatigued at times. And Spirit saying, just being with people who understand you or who can listen to you would help you to move through these blockages. And Spirit's talking about community. So I don't know if you've backed off on any community gatherings. And this doesn't have to be just in the physical space. These could be communities that you're a part of online. But Spirit's talking about joining these groups, joining community, finding new community, or going back to communities that used to assist you, communities that uplifted and raised your vibration. Because you have a lot to share. What you may not see is that your presence is noticed by others. And when you are not present, it is noticed by others. So you bring a lot to the group by just being there. So Spirit's talking about connecting with others. And let's see what action you can take to align with that energy. Is there anything more specific that Spirit would like you to know? Let's get one card, please. And I'm seeing this one here. Okay. So the card that I drew for you is Harmony. And this would be like the Lover's card in the traditional tarot. And what I see here is through this connection, Spirit's talking about being authentic and true to yourself. That if there are those groups or situations that you don't feel aligned with, you don't have to join or be with people just for the sake of being there. Spirit's talking about following your heart, making heartfelt decisions when you move forward, looking at people or groups and asking yourself, does this feel uplifting? And to open your heart also, I'm really drawn here to the heart chakra. Open your heart to healing. That you are your own best healer, but there are times when we need the assistance of others. So reach out to others to assist you with your healing. Because this heart space that I'm feeling is about, I feel like this is like you judge yourself harshly, and in turn you believe that others see you that same way. So it's like you want to connect with others, but there's this piece of you that's hesitant, like almost feeling unworthy is what's coming to me. But to see your own worthiness, follow your intuition. This is like combining that feminine and masculine energy. And the feminine is about our intuition and our connection to spirit. And then the masculine is about what action we take to create that peaceful, loving energy in our physical reality. And you can do that by following your heart, trusting your intuition. And let's get one last card for you, Suzette. What is the likely outcome here? And I'm seeing this card here. Okay, so the card that I drew for you is Crown Chakra, and this is what this looks like. And perhaps if you just kind of stare right into the center of that, you might even get, as Adam of the Medium channel says, you will get your own personal message. But what I see for you here is through connection with others and following your heart and creating that love and that healing energy. Your crown chakra, your connection to source, your connection to spirit enhances even more. And what I see for you here is this spiritual awakening on like your next level. Awakening and connecting on an even higher level is what I see for you. So Suzette, I'm hoping that helps. That's what I have for you. And again, I am sending you so much love, so much healing, and so many blessings.
Suzette. Laura, thank you, Laura. Suzette. Saint Germain, we are grateful for you, Suzette. And your universe is in a strange place because you are trying to get yourself together, but at the same time, you are stuck in a situation that is not together for yourself. So you are stuck in this kind of a interesting loop, to say the least, because you have to deal with your mother. But honestly, the number one thing you have to deal with is Suzette. But you are in a space where it's hard to do that. So Saint Germain gives you all the love and props in the universe. When you are trying to put your universe together, coming in the darkness and all of that, and then you are situated where you are having to be a caregiver to somebody else, it makes it hard to want to give care to your universe as well. So we are in understanding that, but Laura makes a good point. You are not in space, right? There's no in your universe is your mom, and she is not an understanding of much, right? Not suddenly your universe. So, for yourself, as Laura stated there, however you can, finding people in your universe whom you can look in the eye and say, I need help, or how did you do it, or caregiver support, or something in your universe to let you know that you are not standing there alone. When you are not, you are here with us now. But will help you tremendously to feel. People who understand how you feel. Lots of us think we are this island, right? We are the lone island on the planet, but really we are all what we all are. There are people who understand your island there, Suzette. And so it is up to you to find those people who are already grouped together that you can find in your universe. And that is a good point there from Laura, to find that into your universe. Otherwise, we stand here and we think we are, no man is an island to themselves, but we are thinking that we are in an island frame, right? We are, nobody can see me. Nobody understands my universe. I guarantee you, you will find people if you stretch yourself to do so. But really, heart centered decisions as well. That is something else Laura had stated. And if you are stepping into your frame, right, and stepping out of your karmic decisions, then you want to let your heart decide for you. If you are in space, then you are going to let your head, trauma, the sadness of the situation create the answers and the questions for you. We want to step aside and see if we can find in our heart the way to step past that and answer those questions through our heart and not through our ego or through the sadness or the trauma that we are experiencing. But really, the biggest thing is to, as Laura said as well, we all suffer from this, but is it stopping you from moving your universe forward there? Judging yourself harshly, right? Seeing yourself bigger critic to yourself than the universe is ever going to be. If you are standing in that energy, it's going to be hard for you to even want to step out into a bigger frame to meet other people. So don't be so judgmental. You are in a space that is not easy, right? And so you have to work through that, loving yourself and realizing, having compassion for yourself, Suzette, is going to be the biggest thing for you in your situation, and then step out, get online if you need to, right? And find those people who are in your boat, caregivers, support, those who are in your area. Maybe there's a Zoom meeting or something that you can attend, but then finding that will change your universe. But remember, nonetheless, all of this is for your highest growth. So if you can look into that and see that, it will help as well. But nonetheless, when you are going through it, it's not always easy to see. But we love you, Suzette. Reach out and touch someone, because you need to get out into your universe a little bit more. Even though you are isolated, you have to do what you can. And we love you. We are grateful. Thank you, Suzette. All right. All right. So we are grateful for you, Suzette. Absolutely. Angela is next, and we have Chris and Beatrice, and then
Josh, I'm just gonna
yeah,
in for a moment. We have somebody in the chat who asked about a reading. Okay, and I see they did just type their question.
images.png. So that's
and that will do it.
Yep, that'll be our last question. Then I'm going to write you down. IMAGES.PNG. Welcome. We have not seen you here before, and of course, grateful to answer your question there. All right. So, Suzette, we love you. And again, Laura's information pinned to the top. It's also right here. If you are getting a reading, and again, it's not necessary, but energetics works best if you close the circle. And by doing so, that would be reciprocating. And in this universe, it's through money, Bitcoin, or something of that effect. And so Laura's PayPal and Venmo are there. And of course, if you have something that you want to ask Laura, but don't want to put it out into the universe on YouTube, or something that's a little more private or a longer reading, please do consider reaching out to Laura at laura@letspiritguide.com. Check out our website as well. We appreciate it. All right. So next we have, and thank you. Oop, there's Suzette. Thank you, Suzette. We're on star you. And next is going to be Angela, then Chris, Beatrice, and then images.png. All right. So Angela, you are up to bat. We love you and are grateful for you being here.
All right. Hello, Angela. So nice to see you here. Okay, so your question, may I have a reading? What does Spirit want me to know right now? Okay, Angela, I'm just going to connect in with your energy for a moment. Okay, so feeling my throat chakra. A lot of energy in my throat chakra. So I don't know if you're singing or humming, but Spirit's talking about your voice and sharing and opening. And I am hearing singing. I'm hearing in my right ear some singing. Okay, so Angela, let's see what Spirit would like you to know. Let's get one card for Angela. What would Spirit like you to know right now? And I'm seeing this one here. Okay. So the card that I drew for you is Solitude. And this is what this card looks like right now. I'm sorry, looks like. Wow. I don't know where right now came from, but this is what this card looks like. And this would be the Hermit card in the traditional tarot. And what I'm seeing is that physically you've been alone. Like there's not a lot of connection to others. And what Spirit's talking about is that enjoy that solitude, enjoy that peace. Take that as a time to go inward. Work on, and I feel I'm really drawn to my heart and I'm drawn to my solar plexus. Work on opening your heart to forgiveness and to healing, and working on your bravery and your courage. And I'm hearing something about the past. Spirit's talking about letting go of the past, forgiving yourself and others for anything that you consider to be past mistakes. But this solitude time is a time for you to learn about yourself, learn about what your strengths are. Because I'm feeling my solar plexus chakra. Your strength and the obstacles that you've overcome reside in that chakra. Picturing the color yellow and shining bright around you will help you to strengthen your will and your willpower and yourself. But this is a time for going inward and learning about yourself. And what Spirit's telling me is that when you do that, that helps you to step out and shine your light. Like, don't underestimate the power of solitude. Find time for yourself, even if it's just a few minutes a day. Because what I'm seeing here is, although you don't have a lot of people in your life physically, you have responsibility and you have those that depend on you. So finding quiet moments may be a stretch at times. But even if that quiet moment has to be a bath for yourself, or standing on your deck or your porch for a few extra minutes before you open the door and go inside, to really find that time for you. And let's get a card for you, Angela, on what action you can take to align with this energy. Let's get a card for Angela. And I see this one here. Whoops. Hopefully it lets me pull it out, but I'm seeing this card here. Okay. And Angela, we can't make this up. Solar plexus. And that's what I just picked up on with the energy in your heart and your solar plexus. So Spirit's talking about working with your solar plexus. Work on your bravery, your strength, your courage, your ability to overcome obstacles. And yeah, taking a shower and take a few extra minutes in that shower if you need to. Give to yourself what you deserve. But the solar plexus, work with the color yellow. That's a wonderful one for balancing the solar plexus. And knowing that you are co-creating with the universe. By opening that chakra, we strengthen our core. Our heart's our center, but our solar plexus is really, it's about knowing what action to take. It's about knowing that we are braver and more worthy than we think. It's about knowing our own power. This is our power center. So Spirit saying, work with the solar plexus. And I always tell people, because I'm a Reiki practitioner as well, and what I tell people is that although our energy centers are located in different parts of the body and they have different functions, if one is out of balance, they are all out of balance because they work together. So by strengthening this chakra, you bring all of them back into balance. So even giving yourself a Reiki session or your own healing, if you're not, if you don't practice Reiki, something you can do is just rub your hands together and then just feel the energy in between your hands. And then connect to source, allow source to send energy through your crown, and then just place your hands just below your rib cage and just allow the energy to move through you. And that will assist. That's where your solar plexus is located. So let's get one last card for you. What is the likely outcome here? For Angela, let's get one card. What is the likely outcome? I'm seeing this one here. Okay. So the card that I drew for you is Material Harvest. And this is what this card looks like. And this is change and abundance in your physical reality. You will start to see things shift for you. You will see the fruits of your labor. You will see how just feeling better emotionally creates a more abundant and joyful physical reality. So Angela, that is what I have for you. I'm hoping that made sense and brings you some clarity. Sending you so much love and so many blessings.
All right, Angela. All right. Thank you, Laura. Angela, St. John, Maine, we are grateful here. And we are seeing the throat chakra. Sharing your voice was the first thing that Laura said. Are you sharing your voice? Are you sharing your gifts? And are you helping those around you in your universe? A lot of us keep our voice quiet because we do not want to be that light. But if you are a light worker, it is your universe, right? Your job to step into your universe and to share your light, however that is. But we see you receive the Hermit card as well. So even though you are seeming to be not totally physically alone, we understand those who are awakening, if you are in a situation where you are not with people who are in understanding, or if you are with people otherwise, you can feel completely alone, even though you have somebody in your universe. So, however that is working for you, Angela, favor that. It sounds like you are able to take a shower and pass off your child, which is amazing, right? So, in that aspect, also finding the appropriate time where you can find balance in your universe for yourself as well, right? So it's about balancing being alone and then not feeling lonely and finding the balance where you are working for yourself, right? And doing things that can help propel your universe forward and not being alone while you are working on other projects or cooking for the family and what's not. But we are also seeing to let go of the past. We were telling Nathan, for example, to go backwards, to look backwards, but in your universe, not always looking backwards is the best. So if there's something you are needing to let go to move into a new pattern or cycle, let it go. Stand in your current, and of course, we are seeing strength, right? So wear that yellow and stand in your strength as well. But take action. You heard a lot about the solar plexus, right? So, are you aligning in your universe? Are you stepping into your frame and are you taking advantages of what is coming into your universe, Angela? Are you standing in your solar plexus and are you allowing your heart to lead your universe where you are standing in that solar plexus frame, right? And doing what you are meant to be doing? That is a question only you can answer that. But looks like from your end, that is where you are needing to work. And of course, rubbing your hands together, bringing up your energies and bringing that into your frame is always good as well. But the outcome, we are seeing material harvest, right? All of you are, if you put in just a little bit of work, we are going to back you in your universe. You will all see the material harvest. If you put in just a little bit of work, Saint Germain is here for you. You have to be here for yourself. So put in just that little bit of work, and the outcome is assured. Angela, we love you, and we are grateful for you. All right. All right. So thank you, Angela. I didn't get any, just see if there's any other comments in there, and there is not. All right. All right. Images, we pull tarot and oracle, both. And so, of course, as well, Laura's information again, if you are looking for something private or whatnot. But thank you, Angela, and we appreciate you. All right. So next after Angela, I'm going to get back to my list here, is going to be Chris. All right.
Okay.
And where is Chris? Did I grab Chris's question or there it is? All right. So Chris's guides want to know what he needs to do now.
Okay. Hello, Chris. Thank you for being here tonight. It's always a pleasure to read for you. So I'm just going to connect in with your energy for a moment, and I do see your question up on the screen. What do my guides want me to know or do right now? Okay, Chris. Just getting into your energy. And I'm really drawn to my shoulders and my neck. And Chris, I feel like you have a lot of responsibility. You're carrying a lot of weight and a lot of responsibility. So let's see. What would your guides like you to know right now? Let's get one card for Chris. What would your guides like you to know right now? Let's see this card here. Okay. So, Chris, the card that I pulled for you is Trapped in Fear. And this is what this card looks like. Lots of shoulder pain recently, Chris says. Okay. So, Chris, what I see for you here is not so much emotional fear. I'm not picking that up. What I'm picking up on is this responsibility, this to-do list, the amount of work, and I feel like this is related to your job. But what I see is that, it does affect your physical and your emotional health. And what I'm picking up is that you're feeling trapped, you're feeling stuck, you're feeling like, I have responsibility. How do I get out of this situation? That there's not options around you. And what I see here, because Spirit's drawing me to my thoughts. Your guides are talking about, this isn't a situation that you can think your way out of. That sometimes we need to free our mind. Rather than intellectualizing an answer, we need to feel into an answer. We need to follow our intuition. What does our intuition tell us? And Spirit's reminding us that the only real obstacles on our path are the ones that we create in our own mind. So Spirit again is drawing your attention to freeing your mind. And I just saw an image of you playing your singing bowl. So, Chris, I don't know if this is something you do regularly as part of your spiritual practice, but Spirit's talking about to move some energy, play your singing bowl. That can be very calming and it can move energy. And what I also see here, Chris, is that you may feel like you're in the dark, and that's valid, but there is light. And if all you can do is tell yourself, this too shall pass, this is only temporary, that is enough. That is enough right now. And let's see what action you can take. What are your guides showing you that you can do to move through this energy? What action can you take? Let's get one card for Chris, and I'm seeing this one right here. Okay. Patience and planning. And this is what this card looks like. And what I pick up on here Spirit saying sometimes we just need to weather the storm. We need to ride it out, to continue doing what you're doing and continue to take small steps. That small steps will lead to progression. Small steps will lead you to that breakthrough. And Chris, I think you were here for the opening message, but that card that I pulled, trust the seasons. Know that sometimes it is time to go inward. Sometimes we want to see change on the outside and we don't. And so we think nothing is happening. We think that we are stuck. But in reality, there is growth and change taking place internally. If we could take a look inside at our cells, at our energy centers, we would see that change and movement is happening. So weather the storm and continue daily to take action towards what you would like to accomplish. And what I'm feeling for you is a sense of freedom. Like what you are ultimately trying to accomplish is personal freedom. So take one small step towards freedom. What would make you feel more free today? And let's get one last card for you, Chris. What is the likely outcome here? One last card for Chris. What is the likely? And I see this one here. Okay. So, Chris, this is a great card to have in the outcome. The card that I drew for you is transformation. And this is what this card looks like. So, what I see for you is healing and change. And I see it making you feel more stable and balanced. This sense of stability. And I see growth here. And I'm really drawn to the color green and this healing, this heart healing. That a lot of this stuck energy is in your heart center. This is where it's originating. And I see you opening your heart and having compassion for yourself and others and love for yourself and others. So change, growth, stability, healing, transformation. So Chris, that is what I have for you. I'm hoping that resonates with you. And I am sending you so much love, so much healing, and so many blessings.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Laura. Chris, we'll be back. We're going to answer that, but not for now. We're going to procrastinate with that. So we're just following the chat, right? Everyone's doing procrastination in the chat there. So I thought I would procrastinate as well. So let's just hang out for a bit and we'll get to Chris at some point here. No, grateful, Chris. Saint Germain, we are grateful for you and we love you, brother. You know you've got this. You have been dealing with your work. It's sounding like it. They had been giving you much work, but not more pay and no more time to do it, right? So we know that there's been issues, whether karmic or what's going on at work, for you over time for a while there. So favor to whatever is going on. And we certainly understand when you have situations that do not seem to want to end, right? You feel like you are trapped, right? Like Groundhog's Day, living the same day, right? But remember, in Groundhog's Day, the days did not change. He changed and the days changed around him. So that is one thing to see there, right? You make the change inside yourself. And even though it may be the same day spinning around, it changes on its own, right? Because you have changed inside yourself. But we are seeing, and hopefully they have not giving you all this extra work that they were going to give you in a new title, but with no money, right? We remember these things, right? So there is a way out, and it will come to you. These things do not last forever, but it is in your frame right now for you to move through, however that is going to be in your universe. So from this, we are seeing that there are things that you might want to do. Obviously, singing bowl. We are grateful that they did not give you a strike for your own singing bowl, which is absolutely crazy, right? That YouTube would give. So check this out. Chris puts up his singing bowl, right? This is Saint Germain, and he gets a strike against himself for his own singing bowl. So they take down his video saying that it was copyrighted against what, himself? This makes no sense, right? So fortunately, he appealed it and they gave it back. But we are seeing how there could be some frustration in Chris's universe for sure, and we are much love there. But grateful that YouTube is not being super karmic there and telling you that your singing bowl is copyrighted against yourself, right? So patience and planning, and that's what we are seeing here, and that's what you have been doing. So hopefully that you are able to plan your way as you are looking, right, for better work, a better situation, better love in your universe, right? So hopefully as you are framing up and realizing that there's better worthiness in your universe, right? Then the worthy reasons to be worthy, they will come into your frame, right? And we will then see a new universe where this is all cleared for you. But as it's written there, ride out the storm, which is all you can do. Small steps daily, right? To move your universe forward. That's all we really can do there. And the outcome being transformation means that what? It will transform you into a better you, and you will find a better universe. We know that this will end at some point, and you are going to tell us all in the chat one day, right? You got a new job, and that your universe is so much better, and you don't have a karmic boss anymore, and you're not doing extra work for no pay, and you are seen for who and what you are, right? Your talents, and you are respected. Exactly. We are grateful for you, Chris. Big favor and healing to your shoulder there. Use the violet flame, right? And just like Ben Gay, right? Use the violet flame on your shoulder. Rub it in and you will feel the difference. But we are grateful and we are hoping and seeing the change in your universe, Chris. Much love. All right. So thank you, Chris. Yeah, favor there that all works out. I know that you've been dealing with that for a while there in some form or fashion. All right. I don't know if this question's going to work. You are welcome, but Beatrice put a question in. Let's unstart Chris. I don't know if you can answer that or not.
Beatrice, I don't do past life readings or Akashic Records readings. There is a wonderful woman that is sometimes on Josh's channel named Viviani Heller, who I highly recommend. What is her channel name, Josh? Do you know?
At Viviani Heller?
At Viviani Heller.
Yeah, just type that in and she'll show up.
And yeah, she does. I know she does them 5 p.m. Eastern time, but I don't remember the day of the week.
She's live on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. with the ladies for Akashic Adventures. So she was live today. So you can get her at Viviani Heller on her website. Now, if we do Akashic practice again, Beatrice, you're always welcome to jump in and do Akashic practice with us and whatnot as well. I'm not yet doing individual Akashic readings, but if you have another question, what we will do is we'll move up to images. And then we can come right back to you, Beatrice, because you do have a slot in line. If you have another question, then we can just jump right in and grab it for you.
Right.
If that is all right. But yeah. All right. So we're going to slide forward and images. You are up. If you're still doing your dishes there, you are up to bat. But you put in there, she's doing dishes.
So before we move forward, hold on one moment, because Beatrice is active in the chat.
Yeah.
So Beatrice, would you like a general reading? I can see what your guides would like you to know at this time. If you would like a general reading, you can just type yes in the chat, or you can type your question, and I'll just give you a moment before we move forward.
Perfect.
Um,
We'll see what happens here.
yeah.
Well,
Okay, we can move forward. We can move on to images. Images, we will go with you, and then Beatrice, you're next. So just type your
perfect.
question in the chat. Okay, so images, you are new here. Welcome. Thank you. I'm so glad you found us. And what I will do, I see your question up here. It says, any positive things I can hear or you see for me? Okay. So I'm just going to connect in with your energy for a moment. Okay, and Beatrice, I see that you did type in the chat. Yeah. So Beatrice, I will get to you next. You will be our next reading. I'm going to just do images right now since I'm connecting to their energy. So images, what would your guides like you to know right now? Okay. I feel we have a connection. Images, I'm really drawn to my third eye here. I feel like you do receive guidance, and maybe you're unaware of the guidance that you're receiving. But Spirit's talking about just going within, focusing your mind, clearing your mind. Perhaps if you do meditation, meditating will help you to receive messages more clearly. Okay, a claircognizant medium. Well, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Let's get one card for images. What would you like? And I see this one here. Okay. Rest and rejuvenate is the card that I drew for you. And this is what this card looks like. And what I'm picking up on here, that because my hands are like going to this meditative position where I'm open and receiving energy. And what Spirit's talking about here is that you spend a lot of time connecting to the spiritual realm. You spend a lot of time connecting to other people's energy. I feel it like you're very giving. You give of yourself freely. But what Spirit's talking about here is that we can't always be on 24/7. We can't always be in those upper chakras connected to source, raising our vibration is what's coming to me. That raising our vibration and connecting to source is a beautiful thing, but it is taxing on the body, that we have to remember to balance those lower chakras as well. And I see images, right? So I work in healthcare. I do give of myself. Yeah. And absolutely, I can feel that, because I feel that you're always like up here in these upper chakras, connecting to like not just raise your own vibration, but to raise for others is what I'm picking up. You yeah, it like you do your best to keep things up here, but we have to ground our energy as well. We need to really ground into our lower chakras. We need rest. we need to rejuvenate. So Spirit's talking about take some time out for yourself. If you can be outside in nature and sit against a tree, or perhaps be outside and just feel your feet on the ground. I know right now the weather in a lot of areas is still pretty cool. You wouldn't want to be out there barefoot. I know there's still snow on the ground outside in my backyard. I definitely don't want to put my feet in that. But just feeling your feet on the ground with shoes on is okay. But that will help us to feel connected to the earth. But take time for yourself. Spirit's saying, don't forget about you, that your needs matter. Your physical and mental well-being matters. To bring things back into balance. Okay. So let's get another card. How can you align with this energy? What action currently resting? Okay. That's great. So what action can you take? What would your guides like you to know? Okay. Let's get one card. And I see this one here. Okay. So the card that I pulled for you is Throat Chakra. And this is what this card looks like. And Spirit's talking about communication, listening and speaking. And Spirit's saying that you have a gift, that people listen when you speak, that you have wisdom, you have knowledge that you can share. And Spirit's talking about don't be afraid to share your voice. That sometimes we may hesitate because we're afraid of how we will be received by others, but that it's really not your job to care what other people think. How they receive the message is up to them and their openness and willingness to hear. But that you have knowledge and wisdom and your voice. So I don't know if you work with sodalite at all. I love this stone. I'm not sure if you work with crystals, but if you do, I would suggest sodalite and place it on your throat and just allow the energy to be absorbed into your body. And this will help to strengthen that chakra, to strengthen your voice. Because again, Spirit's telling me wisdom, that you have wisdom and you have knowledge, and don't underestimate your abilities. That it's not the time to play small. That you're here to create change, and that change comes through your voice. And what is this here? I do work with crystals, currently working on activating my solar plexus and working with calcite. Okay. Well, I recommend the sodalite. That is a wonderful one for opening up that throat chakra. And Spirit's talking about sharing your voice, sharing your knowledge and wisdom. And the solar plexus is great because that's your determination, your bravery, your willpower, your strength. And let's get one last message for you. A connection. I said I saw a connection. Oh, connection. Are you talking about the connection to spirit? If that's what she's talking about?
In my notes there, it says you again connecting to other people's energies specifically.
Oh, yes, yes. Connecting with other people's energy. Okay, thank you. Sometimes I don't know when I say the words just come and I just deliver the message. So connecting with spirit and connecting with other people's energy. Yes, there are people around you, and whether knowingly or unknowingly, you absorb other people's energy. Like you connect to others easily, like you're empathic. It's like you're a sponge here. And that's where spirit came in and said, but sometimes we need to ground that energy. We need to release, and we need that time to rest and rejuvenate, because sitting in your own energy is going to help you to feel replenished, that we can't go all the time and drink from an empty cup, that you're very giving and connecting with your own energy as well. And as far as connecting with source and with spirit, yes, I feel like your upper chakras are very active. And again, that's a wonderful thing, but it can be draining and taxing on the body unless we take time out, time to disconnect. Yeah. Okay. So working on connecting to yourself. Yes, I do see your message here. And being an empath is not easy, but it can be very rewarding, and it can be a gift. And I see that you say you started medication and therapy, and that can help you to balance that energy. It can help you to protect your own energy and speak up. The throat chakra card is spirit telling you, don't be afraid to speak your truth. Don't be afraid to share your own wisdom, your own knowledge, your own experiences. That it doesn't have to be about others all the time. That's self-care, very important. And let's get one last card for you. Let's see, what is the likely outcome here? I see this card here, and I see new beginnings for you. The card is new beginnings. So it's like a fresh start and a new adventure for you. This and what I see here, this new beginning is related to healing. I see you working through some energy, working through some emotions that assist you both physically and mentally, and just clearing space for a fresh start for you. And I feel like my vibration is raising, like a more uplifted and peaceful space for yourself. So images, that is what I have for you. I am hoping that resonates and brought you some clarity. I'm sending you so much love, so many blessings, and so much healing.
All right. Well, welcome, Images. Grateful to have you here. Please like, subscribe. I do channeling Monday through Friday at 10:33 a.m. Eastern Time, 7:33 Pacific, with my show Good Dawning and family, which is all of you guys. So join us. Soda Light. I keep this here. This is a really small one. Laura's got a pillow that's half the size of me. We got at Chloe's Crystals, and yeah, we're looking. Chloe's going to be uploading a new video. How awesome! So that's it's huge.
Power. I love this thing. I've
Walk,
never felt something so strong.
I say walk tall and carry a big stick. So Laura's got the big stick there. You know, then just bust open your throat chakra. So if you're ever sitting in front of a podium, if you have soda light, shove it in your pocket, stick it on the podium. Wherever works for you, put in your kangaroo pouch if you're wearing a hoodie, whatever you need. Put in your purse, but bring it to the podium. All right, images. We are grateful that you are here, and thank you for showing up. Everywhere you show up in the universe is where you are meant to be. Generally, everything you hear in your universe, unless you are being comic to yourself, is what you are meant to hear as well. We are grateful that you are taking care of others, but make sure when you are in the health field that you take care of yourself. Lots of healthcare workers have lower energetic because they are giving their energies to their patients, right? And so they get home and they are all depleted and they do a lot of sleeping and whatnot. Remember, you are here first to take care of who, Images? Yourself. If you are not taking care of your energetics and giving it to your patients, then when you get home, you have done yourself a disservice, right? So make sure you are saving that reservoir of energies for yourself as well. We are grateful if you are passing on love to your patients, you are taking care of them in the greater sense. We are grateful. But take care of yourself first, right? Cover your energies first. And then, of course, as written here, make sure you are resting and rejuvenating. And if you are meditating as well, maybe you are meditating while you are working, right? And bringing in your energies up to keep it so you can help those patients that you have. But either way, as we are seeing here, and as written down, you cannot be on 24/7. Even Paul Steelig is not always in the upper room, right? So you cannot always be in your highest chakras. You have to find the balance there. You will burn yourself out. So if you are giving all of your energy to others in your highest chakras, you are going to get home and find yourself depleted, right? Then you have to build up all that energy just to give it away again. And you are finding your universe might be spinning in a circle if you are not taking advantage of your own energy to use to create, to move you forward, right? But either way, helping others is the big deal in this universe. Just don't give all your energetics away. That's the biggest thing. Go out into nature, as Laura had stated there. Do not ground in the snow. Are you the William M. Hoff method of grounding? You will be breathing the fast breath of William M. Hoff with your feet in the snow. We don't want that. But if you can go out and put your hands on the ground, anything to bring in the free electrons, right? That is grateful. And of course, do not be afraid to share your voice. Maybe in part of what you are doing, you are looking to share your voice, but your energetics from work are being taken. So save some of those energetics. Maybe you can see into your universe where you are looking to make a change. And we are grateful. And we are grateful for anybody who would put their self in the line of others to help them in the medical field in any which way. If you are producing the love, right, and being the love, you are doing God's work and you are helping. Not only every time you help somebody and save somebody else, remember you are also saving yourself. But you are there, your outcome is new beginnings, right? Visualize what you want in your universe. See yourself there and step into that frame, right? We all know Dr. Joe Dispenza. Hold it here and hold it here. And then put yourself into action and watch what happens. We are grateful. Please come back. We are grateful and we love you. And Jared Huda is in the chat as well. We are grateful. Saint Germain is sending Huda, Jared, all the love in the universe. And we are grateful to see you, Jared, in the chat there. So, all right. All right. There we go. All right. Jared, welcome. Grateful to see you. Taking care of Kali, Scotty Boy. Are you out there? All right. So, Jared, much love. And let's see who we've got next here. Finally, it's going to be Beatrice. And actually, we know what Beatrice there. I don't have the specific. We're just going to put it up because I didn't. All right. So, Beatrice, you are up. Too bad. I don't know. And then we'll read this real quick. So, if you want to read that there, Laura, before we jump into Beatrice.
Okay. So Images says, I don't know what my power is. Thank you. I am a born healer and working in medicine hasn't been easy, but it is so worth it to have people approach me and tell me I've saved their life. And that is your power. That is absolutely your power. Wonderful.
That's an amazing power. Wow, favor. Just to hear somebody say that, wow, that's amazing. Thank you for what you do, and welcome off the hook. Welcome. All right. So Beatrice, welcome as well. You are up to bat. And of course, if we're ever going to do Akashic, and we have to figure out if we're going to do it this Sunday night. If we do it, you are, of course, welcome anytime we do the Akashic practice at any, and we can always find out what you have for your past lives there. All right. So I'm going to pass you off to Laura. And we already know your question there. So unless you have something specific, and you can always throw it in the chat there.
Okay, so Beatrice, welcome. And I am just going to connect in with your energy for a moment. And I saw that you said yes, you would like a general reading on what your guides would like you to know right now. So Beatrice, I'm just connecting in with your energy for a moment. Okay. I do believe that I feel your energy. I can feel the connection. Okay, so Beatrice, what would your guides like you to know right now? Let's get one card for Beatrice, and I'm seeing this one here. Okay. So the card that I pulled for you is Temptation. And this is what this card looks like. And Beatrice, what I'm seeing here, the message that I'm getting is Spirit would like you to work on, and perhaps you already are doing this, overcoming those things that are no longer serving you. Anything that is holding you back, anything that makes you feel trapped or restricted. Spirit's talking about creating more personal freedom for yourself. And what I felt when I connected in with your energy was like a little bit jittery or anxious. And I feel like this anxiety is coming from the self-talk, the thoughts that you have about yourself. That it's time to realize that the only power that others have over you is the power that you give them. That nobody really has power over you. Your soul is working through, I feel like your soul is working through some lessons. Your soul is working through healing. And I feel like this is like karmic relationships. I'm feeling the past, pain of the past, things not going to plan. Maybe some decisions that you made that now you think, oh, that wasn't the best decision for me. But Spirit's talking about how at the time, to understand that at the time you did what you felt was right. You made the decisions based on the resources that were available to you. And so Spirit's talking about forgiving yourself, releasing the chains that bind you, that leave you feeling stuck. And I'm really drawn to the light here in this card. That there are brighter days ahead. You will work through this heavier energy. Keep focusing on the light. And what I see here, and I do believe that we said this to you before. If not, it doesn't matter. But I'm really feeling like this awakening. You're going through an awakening and an ascension, and that's why things may feel off or like nothing makes sense. And that may also be why some of your emotion, because I feel like this rush of emotion, like emotion has come to the surface. Things that maybe you hadn't thought about for a while, or things you hadn't felt for a while, are now rising up again, and it seems difficult. It seems painful. And I'm not discounting that, because it is. Spiritual awakening is not easy. But what I'm telling you is that this is part of the process. This is your soul releasing what no longer serves you. This is your soul bringing it to the surface so that you can acknowledge it, realize the lesson, and let it go. Release the past. Release your judgment. And know that the things that are falling away in your life are falling away for a reason. It is making space for the light to come through. So, Beatrice, I'm hoping this is making sense to you. I feel like it is. Yeah, let's get another card for you. What action can you take to work through this energy? Let's get a card for Beatrice. And Beatrice, I get that you're feeling lonely or alone, and spirit's just buzzing in my ear that you're not alone. To reach out to others, that probably most, if not all of us in this chat have gone through some level of spiritual awakening. And with that, we've gone through some level of darkness. We've gone through some level of pain. So anyone here in this chat is somebody you could reach out to. So let's get one card for Beatrice. What action can you take? Okay. The card that I drew for you is Triumphant Success. And this would be like the Ace of Swords in the traditional tarot. And what Spirit is talking about here is reframing your thoughts about past actions, whether it was something that happened to you or whether it was a decision that you made. Reframe the way that you think about it now. For example, if something you did and you wish you hadn't done, reframing it by saying, I am not the same person that I was. I made the best decision with the information that I had at the time. I forgive myself. Because I feel like a lot of this energy that you're working through is about forgiving yourself. And I've been there. Forgiving the self is so much more difficult for a lot of people than forgiving others. And I know for me it was. Not that forgiving others was easy, but easier. Forgiving the self was the hardest thing for me. And what Spirit is saying is that if you can reframe the way that you think about the past. This will lead to your healing. This will lead to success, being successful in healing. And Spirit saying, you will persevere. You will be successful here. The sword is there to protect you. The sword can cut and hurt others, but that sword is your protection. That sword allows you to gain clarity and insight. That sword allows you to become free. You're freeing yourself from the past. And let's get one last card for you, Beatrice. What is the likely outcome here? One last card for Beatrice. And I saw this one right away, so we're going with that one. So the card that I drew for you is intuition. And this is what this card looks like. And this is like the high priestess in the traditional tarot. And the high priestess has access to the higher realms, has access to hidden knowledge and secrets and how the universe works. And what I see is this next level of awakening for you. You gaining clarity and insight, and you gaining an even stronger connection to your higher self and to source, and understanding a little more about how the universe and energy works. And I see you passing through a portal about how you create your own reality. So Beatrice, that is what I have for you. I am sending you so much love and so much healing and so many blessings.
All right. Dora there welcome Dora, hanging out in Colombia on the beach. So I don't know if she's on the beach, but she's in Colombia. And so Favor, enjoy your vacation and enjoy the sun and to soak up some of that sun, sand, and surf for us. Beatrice St. Germain, we are grateful that you are here, and we are grateful to have you on this channel. Sometimes we are in that space, right, where we are moving forward, but we have to deal with where we are, right? And sometimes the energies can be a little heavy, but for like Josh, he spent 7 years in a row in the heavy energies, pretty much, and they leave at some point. But as you know, if you know what the heavy energies are, you do not have to cry it out on the daily anymore. You can say, all right, all this mama drama trauma, we are going to give it to our higher self and release it, right? We do not have to carry the energies. All of you watching, if you are watching this and you know what your trauma is, do not sit there and pick it apart and cry it on the daily and, oh, I am so sorry I did this, and spend all day crying about that. Next day, I'm so sorry I did that. Just ball it all up and give it to your higher self and step into your frame, right? And say, I no longer need to carry these energies. You are talking about changing perception there, Lars. So if you change the perception of how you see your past and realize it was all just a setup, right, for you to be at your best currently. It's all there to teach you to stand in your frame now. Everything that you had happened to you is just that to step you out of your frame so that you realize that you are who you are and climb back into your frame. It's not, but we see that differently, right? So when we are in the soup, so to speak, it is not so easy because we are seeing all those situations and realizing, thinking that they are happening to me or they happened for me. They all happen to help you to find your highest and best self. Whether or not these situations were pleasant is a whole nother story. But on earth, we go through the unpleasantries to realize that we are not the unpleasantries happening to us. And a lot of times when we step into that, we realize all of the karmic situations, the negatives and whatnot, were other people's issues and problems and nothing of our own concern. These are other people perceiving their universe broken and then projecting that onto us when we are eating it like a soup sandwich, right? We are eating those energies and feeling their karmic issues on us when it's not us at all, right? So see that and realize you are never ever alone. You have the entire universe with you. You have everybody here on this channel with you and everything else. You are never alone when you are going through this at all. You are sitting there with your guide, Saint Germain. We are right here. We are always with you. You just invoke Saint Germain, the violet flame, talk to Archangel Raphael, speak to your guides out loud, and realize wherever you are right now in your universe, 6 months from now, you will not be there. A year from now, it would be a whole other universe, right? So realize that every day is a chance to swing forward in your universe. You step forward every little bit every day, you create a whole new universe. So what are you doing today to bring yourself forward, to step into your highest frame for today so that your tomorrow is even more awesome than today, right? We can live that way, or we can sit in the karmic energies and feel the negative and the sadness and roll around in that if we want to. But it's nobody's best interest to do so. It's certainly not in yours. And it was never in Josh's, but he did it for many years. And it does not work out very well. Guys, your darker night of the soul will just go on forever. Like, it just keeps on going. Like the Energizer Bunny, right? Sometimes you have to take the batteries out of your dark night to move forward. But we are grateful. We love you, Beatrice. And all right. All right, Laura. Beatrice, thank you very much. All right, guys, thank you all so much. Beatrice was the last one. And let's see if we have any comments here. All right, and Dora, have a fantastic time on the beach there. There we go. Thank you. So you are welcome. Thank you. All right, I'm going to pass it back to Laura here. If you've not seen our closing here, it's pretty darn awesome. And so everybody still gets a reading here. You get the one in the front end, and you get one on the back end here. So I'm going to take me out of the equation and put Laura.
Yes. So I'd like to get a personal message for everyone at this time. I'd like to see which of your angels would like to work with you this week and what message they have for you. So I would like you, if you would like to participate and receive a personal message, I want you to choose a number between 1 and 3. You can choose the numbers 1, 2, or 3. And okay, let's see. For number 1, let's get a card for number 1. Okay. For number 2, for those who chose number 2, and Spirit saying stop. And for those who chose number 3, let's get a card for number 3. Okay. All right. So if you chose number 1, your message comes. Yes, Dora, just choose a number 1, 2, or 3. And then I will tell you what each of those messages is. Okay. So if you chose the number 1, your message comes from Archangel Sandalphon. I am the deliverer of prayers. Your requests will be heard and answered in ways that will bring you the greatest joy and fulfillment. And the affirmations you can use if you chose number 1. I am a magnet for answered prayers. I effortlessly attract blessings into my life. So those are your affirmations. Okay. If you chose number 2, your message comes from the love angels. When you have any fears surrounding love in your life, ask for our guiding hands to bring healing and reassurance that all will be well. And the affirmations you can use. I believe in the power of love. I allow for healing in all my relationships, including the one I have with myself. And if you chose number 3, Your message comes from Archangel Jophiel. As the beauty of God, I can help you see the positive in any situation. Put on my uplifting rose-colored glasses. And there are 3 affirmations on this card. So your affirmations are, I am beautiful, the world is beautiful, my future is beautiful. So that is what I have for you tonight. I thank you all so much for being here. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. I love our time together. I love this community. And I do provide personal private readings and private Reiki sessions. If you would like to book any of my services, you may do so on my website, which is letspiritguide.com. You can email me, laura@letspiritguide.com. You can also find me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is @letspiritguide_. If you liked what I did here tonight and you feel called to give a donation, donations can be made through my Venmo, which is Laura Bennett -229, or through my PayPal, which is Laura Bennett 1111. And I hope that you all have a wonderful evening, an amazing week. I am sending you all so much love, so many blessings, so much healing. Go out and shine your light. And as always, let spirit guide.
All right, Laura, thank you. That was amazing as always. If you did get a reading, please do consider a donation. It's not necessary, but of course, energetics, the universe likes to see things complete, right? And either way, if you enjoyed this, you can always give a donation to Laura as well. And as Laura said there, if you are interested in further readings with Laura, and a reading obviously not on YouTube here, maybe a little more private, if you have something going on in your universe that you've been spinning around, as we talked to them this morning here in Good Dunning, or this Dunning, if you're seeing patterns in your universe and need some change, ask Laura. Laura can help you see those patterns. And if you are also feeling patterns maybe in your body that need some loosening up, as we've seen here, testimonial here, Laura's energetics are absolutely amazing. And so please do consider, if you need Reiki or what have you, sometimes it even works better in the internet than it does directly one-on-one there with no energetic being directed between the two people right there face to face. So yeah, Laura, thank you. We do appreciate you so much. And we will see you next week. Anything else you want to add before we close out here?
Just have a wonderful night, everyone. And thank you all so much for being here.
And everybody who got a reading, big favor there, Chris, big healing to, we'll add that tomorrow to Good Dunning there to your shoulder. If you're watching this in the replay or the rewind, or if you're new here, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for when I go live. I do appreciate it. If you guys want to comment in the actual comment section as well, this does put it up further into the Al Gore rhythm. And as we know, Al Gore doesn't have much rhythm, and Tipper Gore tried to take away all of our music. So we gotta help the rhythm there, so we can get past Al Gore, right? So there we go. All right, guys, I love you all so much. Laura, thank you. You are amazing as always, and we will see you next week. And thank you all for being here, and hopefully we'll see you guys in the dawning tomorrow, or Truth Wave tonight at 9:45 Eastern time at the Truth Wave Energy Meditation. You'll see a lot of us there. And thank you guys again. Have an evening as amazing as you are, Laura. Thank you. Guys, thank all of you, family, and we love you. Have a good night, guys.